Daily Horoscope for Aries. May 31, 2025, as an Aries on this late spring Saturday, you're experiencing a fascinating cosmic configuration that merits close attention. With the sun traveling through Gemini in your third house of communication, your mind is particularly sharp, and your social calendar potentially busy. This mental stimulation serves you well today, as several significant planetary aspects color your experience. Your ruling planet, Mars, currently resides in Taurus, activating your second house of resources, possessions, and self-worth. This placement brings a steadying influence to your naturally fiery temperament, helping you focus on practical matters with unusual patience. Today, Mars forms a helpful sextile with Mercury in Cáncer, creating a productive bridge between your material concerns and your emotional intelligence. You'll find yourself able to express your needs with both clarity and sensitivity, a powerful combination. The moon travels through intense Scorpio today, illuminating your eighth house of shared resources, intimacy, and transformation. This position brings emotional depth to your experiences and may have you craving meaningful connections rather than superficial interactions. You might feel drawn to explore taboo subjects, investigate mysteries, or delve into psychological depths. The Scorpio moon forms a challenging square to Saturn in Pisces, suggesting that emotional vulnerability might feel risky, but ultimately leads to greater strength. Venus, the planet of love and harmony, currently graces your fourth house of home and family in the sign of Cáncer. This placement sweetens domestic affairs and may find you investing time and energy into beautifying your living space or nurturing important family connections. With Venus forming a trine to Neptune in Pisces, there's a dreamy, compassionate quality to your emotional life today. Your intuition is heightened, and you may experience moments of deep spiritual connection with loved ones. In terms of career and worldly ambitions, Jupiter's position in Leo, in your fifth house of creativity and self-expression, continues to expand opportunities for recognition through creative projects and authentic self-expression. A challenging aspect between Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus suggests potential tension between your desire for creative freedom and concerns about financial stability. The key lies in finding innovative approaches to monetize your talents. Pluto's ongoing retrograde in Aquarius activates your 11th house of community, friendships, and collective endeavors. This transit invites deep transformation in how you engage with groups and contribute to larger causes. Today's aspects suggest an opportunity to recognize the power dynamics at play in your social circles and to use your natural leadership abilities for positive collective change. For single Aries, today's Scorpio moon creates an atmosphere ripe for meaningful romantic encounters that go beyond surface-level attraction. You're magnetically attractive now, but you're seeking someone who can match your emotional intensity and depth. Coupled Aries might find this a powerful day for intimate connection and honest conversations that strengthen your bond. The Venus-Neptune trine supports compassionate understanding between partners. Regarding your health and well-being, the Mars in Taurus influence supports steady physical activity rather than intense bursts of exercise. Consider strength training or hiking in nature to ground your energy. The Scorpio moon highlights the importance of emotional health practices like journaling or therapy could be especially beneficial today. Pay attention to your body's signals around elimination and detoxification, as these systems are highlighted under a Scorpio moon. Financially, the second eighth house axis activated today brings focus to the balance between your personal resources and shared assets. It's an excellent day to review investments, discuss shared financial responsibilities with partners, or consider how to better utilize resources that you manage jointly with others. The Mars-Mercury sextile supports productive conversations about money, though the emotional undercurrents of the Scorpio moon suggest these discussions may reveal deeper values and priorities. Your social life today has a selective quality. You're more interested in meaningful exchanges than being the life of the party. Close friends may seek your counsel on sensitive matters, recognizing your strength and directness. The Scorpio moon brings a magnetic quality to your presence that others find compelling, even if you're quieter than usual. The primary challenge today stems from balancing your desire for deep emotional connection with your natural Aries independence. The Saturn square to the moon may manifest as hesitation to fully surrender to intimate experiences due to fear of loss of control. Remember that true strength includes the courage to be vulnerable. Your greatest opportunity lies in the alchemical potential of the day, the ability to transform resources, both material and emotional, into something of greater value. The Mars-Mercury sextile offers practical pathways for manifesting intuitive insights into tangible results. For optimal results today, set aside time both for practical financial planning and for deep connection with those who matter most. Honor the slower, more deliberate pace that the Taurus and Scorpio influences bring to your normally rapid-fire Aries energy. Consider practices that help you ground and center when emotional intensity rises. Looking ahead to tomorrow, the moon will move into expansive Sagittarius, lightening the emotional atmosphere and turning your attention toward broader horizons and philosophical questions. The intense insights gained today will serve as fuel for tomorrow's vision casting. Your power color today is burgundy, blending your Aries red with Scorpio's depth. A journal prompt that serves you well is: what resources, material, emotional, or spiritual, am I ready to transform into something more aligned with my authentic values? In essence, Aries today asks you to embrace the power that comes from emotional depth and resource awareness. By honoring both your natural leadership and your capacity for meaningful connection, you'll navigate this complex day with both strength and wisdom. The cosmic message for you is clear. True power comes not just from asserting your will, but from understanding the deeper currents that move beneath the surface of everyday life. On May 31st, 2025, Aries natives will experience a significant planetary configuration that shapes your day's energy and potential outcomes. The Sun continues its journey through Gemini, occupying your third house of communication and short-distance travel. This position illuminates your thought processes and intensifies your desire to connect with others through words and ideas. The Gemini influence makes you particularly quick-witted and adaptable today, though you might find yourself jumping from one thought to another rather rapidly. Mercury, the planet of communication, forms a trine aspect with your ruler Mars today. This creates an exceptional flow of energy between your intellectual pursuits and your drive to take action. Your words carry extra weight and conviction, making this an excellent day for presenting ideas or negotiating important matters. The Mercury-Mars trine allows you to express your natural Aries assertiveness in a more articulate and strategic manner. Venus, currently positioned in Taurus, occupies your second house of personal resources and values. This placement enhances your appreciation for material comforts and financial security. Today, Venus forms a square aspect with Jupiter in Aquarius, creating some tension between your desire for stability and opportunities that require taking risks. As an Aries, you're typically comfortable with risk, but today you may feel pulled between playing it safe and exploring new financial ventures. Mars, your ruling planet, is currently moving through Leo in your fifth house of creativity, romance, and self-expression. This position significantly amplifies your natural Aries traits, boosting confidence, creativity, and passion. Today, Mars forms a powerful sextile to Uranus in your second house, potentially bringing unexpected financial opportunities or sudden insights about utilizing your resources in more innovative ways. Jupiter in Aquarius occupies your 11th house of social networks and future aspirations. From this position, Jupiter expands your social connections and brings unexpected allies into your sphere. The planet forms a conjunction with Saturn today, indicating a serious opportunity for long-term growth through collaborative efforts. As an Aries who typically prefers leading rather than joining forces, this aspect encourages you to find the right balance between independence and teamwork. Saturn, continuing its journey through Aquarius alongside Jupiter, reinforces the need for commitment to your long-term goals and social responsibilities. For Aries, who often prefers immediate results, Saturn's influence today reminds you that patience and persistent effort will yield the most substantial rewards. The Saturn-Jupiter conjunction in your 11th house specifically highlights the importance of building sustainable networks rather than pursuing short-lived connections. Uranus in Taurus occupies your second house of personal resources, continuing its long-term mission of revolutionizing your approach to finances and values. Today, its sextile with Mars energizes your financial sector, possibly bringing surprising opportunities that align with your creative pursuits. As an Aries, you might feel a stronger urge to break free from conventional approaches to earning and spending money. Neptune in Pisces resides in your 12th house of the unconscious mind, dreams, and hidden matters. Today, Neptune forms a gentle trine with the moon, enhancing your intuitive abilities and spiritual awareness. This aspect helps you tap into subtle energies that typically go unnoticed, providing guidance that goes beyond rational, thinking, a valuable complement to your usual direct Aries approach. Pluto, continuing its transformative journey through Capricorn in your 10th house of career and public reputation, forms a challenging square with your natal Aries energy. This aspect intensifies power dynamics in professional settings. You may encounter situations today that require you to transform how you assert your authority or ambition. Rather than charging ahead with typical Aries impulsiveness, Pluto asks you to be strategic about how you manifest your leadership qualities. The moon today travels through Scorpio in your 8th house of shared resources, transformation, and intimate connections. This position deepens your emotional intensity and draws your attention to matters related to joint finances, investments, or emotional vulnerabilities. The Moon-Neptune trine mentioned earlier provides intuitive guidance for navigating these complex areas, helping you sense what remains unspoken in important relationships. The North Node in Taurus and South Node in Scorpio form an axis across your 2nd and 8th houses, highlighting your ongoing life lesson of balancing self-reliance with meaningful interdependence. Today's planetary positions particularly emphasize this theme, challenging you to honor both your independent Aries nature and your need for significant connections with others. Chiron, the wounded healer, continues its journey through your sign of Aries, forming a square aspect with Mercury today. This configuration might bring communication challenges that touch on sensitive personal issues. However, this also presents an opportunity to express vulnerabilities in ways that lead to healing and greater authenticity, something that doesn't always come naturally to your sign's warrior spirit. The overall planetary picture for Aries on May 31st, 2025, shows a day of dynamic energy with particular emphasis on communication, creative expression, and navigating the balance between independence and cooperation. The planets support bold initiatives tempered with thoughtful strategy, a combination that plays to your sign's strengths, while encouraging growth in areas where Aries typically finds challenge. Today's celestial configuration brings exceptional communicative power to your sign, Aries. With Mercury forming a trine to your ruling planet Mars, your words carry unusual weight and persuasive force. This alignment particularly enhances your ability to express ideas that have been gestating in your mind for weeks or even months. You'll notice that concepts which previously felt fuzzy or incomplete suddenly crystallize into articulate expressions. The Gemini sun, illuminating your 3rd house of communication, amplifies this effect, granting you eloquence and verbal dexterity that might surprise even yourself. Pay attention to spontaneous insights that arise around midday, as Jupiter's position suggests they could contain valuable wisdom worth documenting. Your voice today carries a magnetic quality that naturally draws others into your conversational orbit. This is an excellent day for presentations, important discussions, or any situation where you need to make your case persuasively. The lunar position indicates that emotional honesty paired with tactfulness will yield the best results in personal conversations. You may find yourself naturally using more colorful metaphors and vivid descriptions, as your language centers are particularly activated. Digital communications especially benefit from your enhanced expressiveness today. Emails, texts, and social media posts are likely to hit exactly the right tone and generate positive responses. Be mindful, however, of a slight tendency toward impatience in conversation around 3 p.m. when Mars squares Mercury. This could manifest as interrupting others or rushing to make your point before fully hearing theirs. Taking an extra breath before responding will help you maintain the powerful communication flow without creating friction. Creative writing flows exceptionally well today if you've been working on any form of written expression. The hours between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. offer peak productivity. Phone conversations carry special significance today, with someone likely to share important information you wouldn't receive through text or email. Your voice itself carries additional power. Notice how others respond to your tone and inflection, as you have unusual control over these subtle communication tools today. For those in leadership positions, team meetings conducted today benefit from your ability to articulate vision clearly while also integrating others' perspectives. An afternoon aspect between Venus and Neptune softens your typically direct Aries approach, allowing for diplomatic handling of sensitive topics that might normally trigger defensiveness. Listen for subtle undertones in conversations today. Neptune's influence heightens your intuitive understanding of what's not being explicitly stated. This is particularly valuable when discussing emotionally complex matters with partners or close friends. If you've been avoiding a difficult conversation, today's energy supports clearing the air in a way that leaves both parties feeling respected and understood. Your mental agility peaks around sunset, making evening hours ideal for brainstorming sessions or solving communication puzzles that have seemed intractable. Mercury's position in relation to Uranus also suggests surprising connections between seemingly unrelated ideas may emerge through dialogue with others. Record these insights as they contain seeds for future projects and innovations. Teaching and mentoring activities are especially favored today. Your ability to break down complex concepts into accessible explanations reaches a high point. Throat chakra energy is particularly activated, so pay attention to any tension in this area and use your voice consciously as a tool for healing and connection rather than dominance. Social gatherings tonight offer opportunities to forge intellectual connections that could develop into meaningful collaborations or friendships with substantial depth. Your natural Aries confidence, coupled with today's enhanced verbal finesse, allows you to navigate social spaces with exceptional ease. Be watchful for a tendency to dominate conversations out of enthusiasm rather than ego. The current planetary alignment amplifies your natural passionate expression, which can sometimes overwhelm quieter individuals. Overall, May 31st offers you extraordinary communication potential, Aries. Your words have the power to heal, inspire, persuade, and connect today. Use this gift consciously, recognizing that your expressions leave lasting impressions, especially under these potent celestial influences. May 31, 2025 presents fascinating financial energies for Aries natives as multiple planets activate your communication and intellectual sectors. With the Sun firmly positioned in Gemini, occupying your third house of communication and local connections, your financial opportunities today are closely tied to how effectively you can express your ideas and network with others. Mercury, also in Gemini, sharpens your mental acuity, making this an excellent day for financial negotiations, pitching ideas, or closing deals that require quick thinking and persuasive communication. Jupiter's presence in Gemini amplifies these opportunities, suggesting that learning, teaching, writing, or speaking could generate unexpected income streams. Financial messages may arrive through emails, calls, or conversations with siblings or neighbors. Pay close attention to seemingly casual exchanges, as they might contain valuable financial tips. Uranus in Gemini brings an innovative edge to your financial thinking, potentially revealing unconventional money-making ideas that others haven't considered. Neptune in your own sign of Aries is forming an interesting aspect with Venus, creating a powerful intuitive connection to financial matters. Trust your gut feelings about investments or opportunities that present themselves today. Your ruling planet, Mars in Cáncer, activates your fourth house of home and foundations, suggesting profitable opportunities related to real estate, family businesses, or home-based ventures. Property investments or renovations started today could yield substantial returns later. Look for opportunities to monetize your intellectual property or communication skills. The moon in Capricorn highlights your career sector, indicating that financial gains could come through professional recognition or taking on additional responsibilities that showcase your leadership abilities. Saturn in Pisces forms a sextile with your sign, providing disciplined energy for long-term financial planning. Consider setting up automated savings or investment accounts today, as structures established now have staying power. Be mindful of a tendency to make impulsive purchases, with Neptune's dreamy influence distinguish between intuitive financial nudges and escapist spending urges. The day's energy particularly supports side hustles that utilize your verbal or written skills. Podcasting, content creation, teaching, consulting, or sales positions align perfectly with today's astral energies. A conversation with a Gemini, Virgo, or Sagittarius individual could lead to profitable collaboration. Financial luck increases after 2 p.m. when the moon forms a favorable aspect with Jupiter, making afternoon hours ideal for important money moves or investment decisions. Overall, May 31 offers Aries natives multiple pathways to financial growth through intellectual pursuits, communication excellence, and trusting your uniquely intuitive approach to money matters. The cosmos presents Aries natives with exceptionally fortunate energies on May 31, 2025, as Jupiter forms a supportive sextile to your ruling planet Mars. This powerful configuration opens doors in several key areas of your life. Your third house of communication receives abundant cosmic attention, making this an ideal day for important conversations, signing contracts, or launching writing projects. Words flow with unusual persuasiveness, and your ideas carry extra weight with colleagues and decision-makers. The Mercury-Venus conjunction in your second house of finances and resources amplifies your ability to attract material abundance. Financial intuition runs high. Trust your instincts regarding investments or purchases, as your value perception is sharply attuned. With Venus casting a favorable aspect to Neptune, creative endeavors become particularly blessed. Artists, musicians, and creative professionals experience heightened inspiration and may attract supportive patrons or appreciative audiences. The North Node's position enhances networking opportunities, making this an auspicious day for expanding your professional circle. Chance encounters carry significant potential for future collaboration. The moon in Leo illuminates your fifth house of pleasure, romance, and self-expression, creating a natural charm that draws others to your vibrant energy. Social gatherings, dates, or creative showcases benefit from this radiant influence. Educational pursuits receive cosmic support as well, with Saturn providing disciplined focus for learning new skills or mastering complex subjects. Students preparing for examinations or presentations will find mental clarity unusually accessible. Health matters show improvement, particularly those related to chronic issues that have resisted previous treatments. The Sun-Chiron trine facilitates healing breakthroughs, especially through holistic approaches that address mind-body connections. Travel plans initiated today carry favorable auspices, particularly journeys with both educational and pleasure components. Short trips prove especially rewarding, with unexpected delights along the way. Family dynamics benefit from the harmonious lunar aspects, creating opportunities for meaningful connection and resolution of lingering tensions. Your natural leadership qualities shine in domestic settings. Physical vitality surges, with Mars receiving amplifying aspects. Athletic performance, physical endurance, and sexual energy all benefit from this cosmic boost. Any competitive activities undertaken today have increased chances of victory. Your intuitive faculties operate at peak efficiency, providing reliable guidance for important decisions. Pay special attention to hunches, dreams, and synchronicities that appear today. They contain valuable insights. Technology interactions prove surprisingly smooth, with digital projects advancing rapidly and technical issues resolving more easily than expected. New software or devices purchased today tend to exceed expectations and provide lasting value. The fortunate alignment between Jupiter and your midheaven suggests career advancement opportunities may emerge unexpectedly. Be ready to step into leadership roles or showcase your expertise when called upon. Environmental influences support your well-being, making this an excellent day for spending time in natural settings that resonate with your fiery spirit. Mountains, sunny locations, or places with panoramic views prove especially rejuvenating. Spiritually, you're gifted with enhanced clarity about your life purpose. Meditation, journaling, or contemplative practices yield profound insights that illuminate your path forward. A rare Neptune-Pluto aspect activates your sector of hidden talents, potentially awakening latent abilities you've previously overlooked. Explore unfamiliar creative territories with confidence. For Aries entrepreneurs, the day's energy strongly supports new business initiatives, particularly those involving communication technologies, educational services, or creative products. Funding opportunities appear more accessible, with potential investors responding favorably to your passionate pitches. Romantic encounters carry a fated quality, with existing relationships deepening through meaningful conversation and new connections displaying unusual synchronicity and mutual understanding. The Sun-Mercury conjunction in your communication sector blesses you with exceptional verbal acuity. Your words carry persuasive power that can open doors previously closed. Use this gift thoughtfully to advance important personal and professional agendas. On May 31, 2025, Aries natives will experience a particularly dynamic day for social connections as the Sun continues its journey through Gemini, activating your third house of communication and immediate relationships. This placement creates an intellectually stimulating social environment where conversations flow easily and new connections can form through the exchange of ideas. With Mercury also in Gemini, forming a harmonious trine to Jupiter in your 11th house of friendships and community, your words carry exceptional weight and charisma today. This planetary aspect significantly amplifies your ability to network effectively and make meaningful impressions on both existing friends and new acquaintances. Your natural Aries charm is enhanced, making this an excellent day for group activities, social gatherings, or even virtual connecting. Mars, your ruling planet, positioned in Leo on this date, adds a dramatic flair to your social presence. You'll likely find yourself naturally taking leadership positions in group settings, perhaps becoming the unofficial organizer or the life of any gathering. This Mars placement increases your social confidence and makes you particularly magnetic to others. However, be mindful that with Mars forming a challenging square to Uranus in Taurus, there may be some unexpected developments or tensions within your social circle. Someone might surprise you with their behavior, or a social situation could suddenly shift in an unexpected direction. The moon in Scorpio on this day deepens your emotional connections with others, creating opportunities for transformative social experiences. You may find yourself having profound conversations that strengthen bonds with close friends. This lunar position encourages you to move beyond surface-level interactions and form more meaningful alliances based on genuine emotional understanding and mutual support. Venus, positioned in Cáncer, activates your fourth house of home and family, suggesting that hosting a gathering at your home would be particularly successful today. Creating a warm, nurturing environment for friends and family will satisfy your social needs while also fulfilling your emotional desire for deeper connection. The Scorpio moon forms a supportive sextile to Pluto in Capricorn, adding intensity to social interactions, but in a productive way. You might find yourself naturally attracting people who can help advance your long-term goals or ambitions through social connections made today. Pay particular attention to slightly older or more established individuals who cross your path, as they may offer valuable mentorship or opportunities. A noteworthy opposition between Neptune in Pisces and Jupiter in Virgo suggests that while social enthusiasm is high, there's a need to maintain realistic expectations about new friendships or group projects. Not everything is as it initially appears, so give new connections time to prove their substance before investing too deeply. For Aries in romantic relationships, today offers excellent opportunities to socialize as a couple. The planetary alignments support attending events together or spending time with mutual friends, which can strengthen your bond through shared experiences. Single Aries might find romantic possibilities through friends of friends or within group settings. The stars favor organic connections rather than forced romantic pursuits. Saturn's position in Pisces brings a touch of wisdom to your social interactions, helping you recognize which connections truly deserve your energy and which ones might be draining. Trust your intuition about people today. It's particularly sharp under these cosmic conditions. For professional networking, the day offers tremendous potential as the Sun-Mercury conjunction in your communication house enables you to articulate your ideas impressively. Business connections made today have staying power, particularly if you focus on building genuine rapport rather than purely transactional relationships. A challenging aspect between Venus and Chiron suggests potential sensitivity around being accepted by others. Remember that your Aries authenticity is your greatest social strength. Don't diminish your natural fire to fit in with groups that don't appreciate your true nature. Instead, channel that energy toward connections that celebrate your distinctive personality and approach to life. Your social energy levels are likely to fluctuate throughout the day due to the moon's aspects. You might feel intensely social in the morning hours, but crave more intimate, one-on-one interaction by evening. Honor these rhythms rather than pushing yourself to be consistently outgoing throughout the entire day. With the North Node in Aries, this is a pivotal time for developing social connections that support your personal evolution and growth. Today's social interactions aren't just about enjoyment, they're about connecting with people who will play important roles in your journey forward. Choose wisely where you invest your social energy, recognizing that as an Aries in this particular cosmic climate, your social choices have greater significance than usual. The day's overall social forecast suggests expansion through intellectual connection, emotional depth through selected vulnerable exchanges, and unexpected developments that ultimately lead to more authentic social alignment. Embrace the dynamism of the day, lead with your natural Aries confidence, but temper it with the emotional intelligence highlighted by the Scorpio moon. As May concludes for you, Aries, the celestial energies create a powerful backdrop for self-reflection and strategic action. With Mars, your ruling planet, forming a trine with Jupiter in your communication sector, you're blessed with exceptional clarity and persuasive abilities today. This planetary alignment opens doors for expressing your deepest desires and ambitions without the usual impulsiveness that sometimes clouds your judgment. The waning quarter moon in Pisces is activating your subconscious realm, bringing dreams and intuitive insights that shouldn't be dismissed as mere fantasy. Pay close attention to these subtle messages, as they contain valuable guidance about your path forward. Venus and Mercury's conjunction in Gemini highlights your third house of communication, making this an ideal day to have those difficult but necessary conversations you've been postponing. The key is to approach them with both confidence and genuine openness to others' perspectives. Saturn's position continues to demand discipline regarding your resources and values. Today's advice centers around balancing your natural fire with disciplined restraint. Before rushing into action, pause for 3 deep breaths, a practice contrary to your nature, but immensely beneficial under today's skies. Your energy is particularly potent in the morning hours, making it the perfect time to tackle challenging projects or initiate important conversations. However, as the day progresses, channel this dynamism into planning rather than immediate action. The number 7 carries special significance for you today, whether it's taking 7 minutes to meditate, connecting with 7 important contacts, or breaking larger goals into 7 manageable steps. Wear deep red or copper tones to amplify your natural confidence while staying grounded. The evening hours call for gentle self-care rather than continued productivity. Your tendency to push beyond healthy limits is strong today, but planetary positions suggest greater rewards will come from knowing when to rest. A brief evening ritual involving fire, whether lighting a candle, sitting by a fireplace, or simply visualizing a flame during meditation, will help integrate the day's experiences and prepare you for tomorrow's opportunities. Remember that Mars square Pluto is intensifying your emotional responses, so conflicts that arise today may feel more charged than necessary. Before responding to perceived slights, ask yourself, is this battle worthy of my warrior spirit? Your natural leadership qualities are heightened today, but true leadership now comes through demonstrating restraint and strategic thinking rather than dominant force. The planetary positions suggest this is an excellent day to plant seeds for future growth rather than demanding immediate results. Trust in the process and recognize that sometimes the most powerful action is patient positioning rather than immediate conquest. Daily Horoscope for Aries. May 31, 2025, as an Aries on this late spring Saturday,